Mitchell, we're here to discuss our favorite Super Smash Bros. Reveals. These are the reveal trailers. Now, how are we going to rank these?
So, I think the fair way to do this is kind of considering maybe the how the character is revealed, how exciting it was for that character to be revealed, and then the actual video itself if the video was good. I think those are kind of the criteria.
Yes, so we have three separate things we need to keep into account while ranking these. Now, let's go ahead and jump in with one that was,
Going back
15
to
years
Brawl.
ago at
Oh
this
my
point.
gosh.
16 years?
Oh no.
It was quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
We got Snake from introduced for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This was at the time. This was a huge thing.
That was a really big deal. I remember because I was like, because at that point I never even played a Metal Gear Solid game, but I knew like, oh man, whoa, that's Snake. I know Snake. He's like a big deal. Everybody on the internet loves Snake.
At the time, it's funny. At the time, YouTube wasn't really a big deal. At the time, it wasn't really much of a thing. So I remember all the videos with Snake in them I thought were fake at the time because there was no like official way to watch the reveal. But it was a pretty big deal.
And then the trailer with how he pops out of the cardboard box, it's like, that's Snake. Like that they that's the perfect way to introduce him.
Yeah, with the codec and everything.
Yeah.
So I would say that's great. That's a great one.
I'll put that one in great. Okay, Sonic.
Sonic, I remember this was. It's funny.
It was a big deal, but it didn't feel like as big of a deal.
The funny thing is, to me, this was legendary at the time because having Sonic in a game like this was huge at the time. It felt like.
I felt you said you thought Snake was fake, but I thought the Sonic was fake
really?
at first. Yeah.
The funny thing is I remember they announced this. Maybe this is enough to push into legendary, because I remember the exact moment they announced it. Nintendo announced it during like one of their like fiscal meetings, like in Japan, in the middle of the night or something like that. And I remember in the middle of the night, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, coming to your room and being like, "Sonic's in Super Smash Bros." It's like. He's in the game. And I remember, like,
I was probably like,
yeah.
Right.
I don't think you were very responsive. Anyway, personally,
I remember staying up for the dojo to update at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Now the reveal was great, or rather, I should say, Sonic being in the game was great, but
the video itself,
was
lackluster.
Yeah, it was very slapped together at the last minute.
It's pretty much all like gameplay footage.
Yes. Yeah.
So the video quality itself is really bad.
So maybe just in great then.
Yeah. From here, because Snake had all 3 parts.
Yes.
But Sonic had 2
video,
parts.
a good character. It was introduced well, but Sonic they kind of floundered with that. Okay.
Got Villager.
Yeah, we're going into the 3DS Wii U game here. So Villager was great because it kind of introduced the whole new series of videos with pre-rendered video, like full video.
Mm-hmm. It kind of made the reveals a thing.
Very cinematic.
I feel like it was the first true reveal. I feel like Snake and Sonic almost don't belong on this list, but they were exciting enough at the time that they have a place here.
Right. But I remember at the time, like, I really wanted Villager to be in Super Smash Bros. So
we wanted some Animal Crossing representation.
Yes, so I was really happy. I feel like the video does a good job of introducing Villager.
Mm-hmm.
So where would we put that?
I feel like it could go in great.
Okay, at the top of great, maybe.
Yeah, because it was like, whoa, they got Villager. And it was kind of weird because it's kind of like the original Villager because it was after New Leaf.
Yeah, after.
And so there was sort of like it was almost weird to go back to seeing a short villager,
Mm-hmm.
but the video like made it like sold it
Yes.
immediately. Okay, then we got Mega Man.
Mega Man.
Mega Man's was pretty good. It was like the way it
showed all the weapons and from all the different games.
Yeah, it showed all the weapons, and it's like I feel like it's the first time Mega Man's ever looked good in 3D.
Okay, how do you feel about that one though?
The problem is that the second it starts, that's Mega Man. You know what I mean?
there's
no build up.
There's no teasing or anything.
Yeah, there's no build up.
It's like, yeah, that's Mega Man.
Yes.
Okay.
So I want to say maybe it goes below. Maybe it goes in okay. I feel like we need to. So far, if we're judging them the way we're judging them, they're all gonna go in great or legendary. So I think we need to move Sonic down to. Okay.
I mean, the videos get better over time.
That's what I was saying. So they're just they're getting stacked up. So we need to move down a little.
Okay.
Sorry, Sonic. And then Wii Fit Trainer.
Wii Fit Trainer. I love this video.
It was a great. It's probably the shortest reveal.
Yeah.
But it's really funny. Again, it sort of suffers from the same problem where you immediately see it and you're like,
mm-hmm.
Wii Fit Trainer, but it kind of has a different thing than Mega Man, where you're like, it's not obvious that it's a Smash reveal and it starts.
Plus, it has a whole other level of at E3, Nintendo was like, oh yeah, one more thing. And they were showing footage of Wii Fit on the Wii, and I remember there's footage of people like leaving.
Yeah, because they're like, oh, there's a new Wii Fit
Oh,
game.
just Wii Fit, that's it, really? Seriously? And then it's Super Smash Bros.
And people go kind of wild.
Yeah, and then that... I would almost put that in Legendary. I feel like that's the best one so far, just in terms of how it's presented.
Yeah, it has like...
Very unexpected character.
It has like a setup and a punchline.
Yeah, yes.
And it works really well. Plus, it's great to see Kirby doing yoga. And Mario with his weird proportions not really being able to like put his hands together above his head.
Little Mac punches in. He has such a strange video. It's like 2D. It's like hand drawn almost.
Yeah, it's weird because I almost want to put him at the lowest on this list because while Little Mac was one of the ones I was hoping for and that I was really happy he got in, his trailer was really lackluster.
Yeah, If you played Punch Out, you knew what character this was.
Yeah.
If you had not played Punch Out, you were probably just confused.
Yeah, you were probably just confused for like the first 15 seconds and then it became incredibly obvious. So sadly, I think I almost have to put Mac in indifferent. Just on the scale, I think it was still a good reveal, but on this scale, it goes in indifferent.
Okay.
Okay, Rosalina and Luma.
Which, the beginning makes it seem like it's a sequel to Kirby's Air Ride. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you see it's Mario Kart, and you're like, huh?
Yeah, I feel like, although this one has a lot of character to it, like the characters interact and stuff.
All the characters are actually, unlike almost every other trailer, the characters are just being like them, and they're not just angry at each other and throwing punches.
Yeah, and that, like I'm kind of conflicted because it's kind of it's adorable, but it's kind of boring.
Yeah, it's a good it's a good reveal, but it's not like a good Smash reveal.
Right. So where would that go?
I'd put it in maybe okay.
Yeah, okay.
Or do you
after Mega Man?
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So Palutena.
This one was also in 2D.
Yeah, that one was cool because it was like, you know, you see like Link and like a 2D anime-esque whatever.
Yeah, that kind of style.
And so that was pretty, and it was kind of like oh, we get like another Kid Icarus character.
That is true. Yeah.
It was kind of. I feel like everybody was like surprised, like, wow, we actually got another. We thought Pit was gonna be the only one.
So where should we put it?
Where do you think it goes? It has the exciting has a good reveal aspect to it because you don't realize it's going to be Palutena. You don't even realize that it's like a Kid Icarus for like the first half of it almost, and then you realize it's Palutena, and then
yeah, I would put it at the top of okay. I think honestly,
okay.
Yeah,
I get that. Okay, Greninja.
it's pretty boring.
It's probably the worst one honestly so far.
It's literally Greninja standing there on a tree.
And then it hangs on the shot of the tree for like an hour.
Yeah, that one's not great.
Sorry, Greninja.
Pac-Man, this one's weird because it was shown behind closed doors at E3. And, like, so everybody knew about it before it was actually shown.
Yeah, I remember, like, there's, like, for half a day, everybody's like, Pac-Man's in the game. And then everyone's like, what?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, yeah, Nintendo kind of told me that they put Pac-Man in the game. And then everyone's like, I mean, a lot of people are saying this. And then the trailer came out, and it's mostly in-game footage, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's all pretty much in-game, yeah. So, do you have to give them props for using the Pac-Man world design and not going after the weird cartoon design that they were pushing at the time. But as a reveal, it's pretty
It's a pretty lackluster reveal. So, where do you think it fits? Maybe in between these two?
Yeah, I mean, it's better than Greninja.
Yeah, Greninja's kind of sucked.
Okay. Lucina.
Lucina's was kind of cool.
So, Lucina's had the fake out, if you remember, because Chrom was in this one, and it was all set up to be like, oh, Chrom is going to be the character, and then it changes to Lucina. Which
makes people mad.
Which then it did, and then at the end it teased that Chrom would eventually get added to Smash at some point, which, as we can see on this list, he does. But I liked Lucina's just because I thought it was funny that, well, first of all, I just thought the twist was funny, and then also the fact that Captain Falcon is in a Fire Emblem arena.
Yeah, it's funny seeing this, like, animated sort of in the style of Fire Emblem. You have Captain Falcon.
Yeah. So I like that one. I would put that one in great at the end of great, just because I'm sure at the time people were confused.
Yeah.
They were like, not Chrom?
Okay, Robin,
man, the only thing I remember about this one is the book being thrown behind Robin.
Yeah, I just kind of being confused about the book part.
Yeah, this one wasn't very good.
No.
It's not very rememberable, apparently.
But it can't be worse than Greninja's.
Right. Shulk was a good one. You know, it shows the whole thing about Shulk being able to see the future. Although I did say metal face, he appears at the end, and he sounds exactly like Dr. Eggman. So it's really funny to look at it in that context. I thought this trailer was pretty good. I would put it, like, maybe next to Lucina, like in front of Lucina.
Oh, okay. Bowser Jr.
Now this one is really cinematic. Like they went out, they went all in on this one.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where they immediately show you that it's Bowser Jr., but then they hit you with the, oh, it's all the Koopa Kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that sort of makes up for it being like,
right,
hey, it's Bowser Jr.
Yeah, because there's a second part of it.
Yeah,
there's
where it's like, oh, hey, it's all of them.
Surprise, right.
We see the shield for the first time in a cinematic.
Yes.
And how kind of strange that actually is.
Yeah.
But,
I think that one should be in Legendary, honestly.
Yeah, I think it goes above We Fit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far that's the Legendary.
Now, personally, I like the Duck Hunt trailer a lot.
The Duck Hunt one is fun.
They did kind of mess it up because it released after the 3DS game was already out, so we already knew that Duck Hunt was in the game. But if this had released before the game came out,
Oh yeah.
It would have been really surprising. I like how it starts with it being all retro and then it goes to modern graphics.
Again, it sort of has the problem though, where it starts off it's Duck Hunt, and you're like, oh, it's
Well, I mean,
Duck Hunt.
it does have the zapper. The zapper is in the video and gets revealed like midway through.
No, but what I'm saying is that it starts off, you immediately know that it's Duck Hunt.
That's true. Yeah.
It kind of a little bit of the mystique is gone, but
Right.
it had enough of a. It works a little bit in its favor because it's kind of like the what?
Yeah.
So
That was just great.
at the end, maybe like we're in great.
Like, yeah, that right there before Lucina. Yes.
I also like they're like the only people to get hit by there when their name comes in.
Okay, we got
Okay.
Mewtwo. This is the worst one, possibly.
Stinky. You
It's
get to look around a 3D model of
a
Mewtwo.
wireframe.
Yeah. And it acts like it's somehow like surprising that it's Mewtwo, even though like the first shot, like, oh, it's Mewtwo,
Yeah.
and then it spins around it for like another 3 minutes.
I get that the whole point of it was supposed to be it's like Mewtwo is being developed, but that was the best they could do.
I mean,
Apparently.
it also kind of goes into the backstory of Mewtwo being, like built, and it kind of alludes to that in a weird way. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's stupid.
Now we're in a weird section where we get a whole bunch of characters that were DLC for the Wii U and 3DS games that they didn't have cinematics with their videos.
Mm-hmm.
So like Roy was very boring. Lucas is not on this list because it was so bad.
Do these just all go right here,
Pretty much.
or
yeah.
do we put them right here?
So I do have to say, Clouds was surprising and good. Like it does have a little bit of a cinematic in it,
And Bayonetta's also has a little bit of something to it.
right? And Corrin actually did too, barely. But yeah, like honestly, I would put. I feel like Robin's intro wasn't as good as Cloud's and Bayonetta's in my opinion. So I would move
True.
Robin.
Yeah, that feels fair.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the first.
Now this was big.
Oh yeah, I feel like this one just goes straight to legend.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right? Because it's like it's
everybody thought it was gonna be a new Splatoon
yeah,
game.
it just looked like a new Splatoon game because it's like, oh cool, it's like this Splatoon, they're in the white area, then all of a sudden the like scary like big burning Smash logo, and you just see the silhouettes of all the characters, and they're like, you can't see their faces.
It's a good one. It's legendary.
Yeah, that was great. I mean, it was legendary, not great. But okay, then we got the Everyone Is Here trailer.
Showing all the characters who are returning.
That was pretty cool.
In Ultimate. Yes, yeah. I feel like I want to put this in legendary, but it's not
I'll
really
put it at
anything
the top of
new.
great.
You know what I mean?
It would be legendary if it had animated sections in it.
Yeah.
I'd say it goes into great just because it's all gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
but it is presented nice.
The music is very good and it's original. It's not in Ultimate.
It is also like a really exciting song,
Yeah.
and then it really picks up like that everyone is here, and then all of a sudden the song gets even more exciting. It's
Mhm.
a good hype. It has like some of the biggest hype potential out of all of them,
Right.
though as an actual video itself,
Yeah, it doesn't have much
it's
original
lacking.
content.
Okay.
Daisy.
Daisy didn't really even have like a trailer.
Right.
She just kind of showed up. They didn't even get. I don't even. They gave her one of these title cards. They just didn't use it here.
Yeah, they go like in the DLC sections. They're not very good. They're better than Mewtwo. Mewtwo is
Yeah.
like the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you can't get any worse than that.
So yeah, I'd put I would put Dark Samus there as well. Did Chrom in a video? I don't remember.
Yeah, Chrom was. I don't think it was very exciting though. I think it was just like, yeah, Echo Fighters. Oh, and we have a new Echo Fighter to show. Chrom is joining the battle. You know, it's just like one of those things.
I mean, he finally got his day after the Lucina battle from years prior.
True.
Yeah, it just goes near Daisy and Dark Samus.
Okay, now Ridley.
Ridley's was pretty cool.
That was a good one. It's like they make the joke about him being too big. They kill Mario and Mega Man.
And it's not immediately obvious that it's Ridley. I mean, it's pretty.
If you know anything about Metroid, it's obvious. But
Yeah.
if you don't, then you don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. So where would that go? Like great or?
I want to put it maybe right in the top of great.
Okay.
Because it was like. It was kind of like, oh, it's Ridley.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Ridley. Oh, it's Ridley. And it's just like, it's Ridley, yes!
Oh, man, the Castlevania.
Ooh, that one's that one's
Yes.
legendary.
It's almost like its own animated, film.
It's like a short.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's great. I love...
Does it go...
I don't think it's better than the reveal, just because the reveal was so shocking for
Yeah.
Ultimate. But...
It's a long.
It is, and it...
They don't have... Richter on this list,
I mean, it's the same video.
but yeah, he's in the same video. So you get two fighters.
Yes.
Granted, one is an Echo. But you get two in there, and it's a long video. Luigi dies.
Yeah, they did a good job of showing the essence of Castlevania.
They snuck under our nose and they showed us the new Poltergeist
Mm-hmm.
before Luigi's Mansion 3 was announced.
Yep.
There's a lot of cool stuff to it.
Yep. King K. Rool. This is
King
a
K.
pretty
Rool's
good one.
almost.
Pretty good.
I'm trying to figure out if King K. Rool goes before or after Simon.
I don't remember, but the video overall is it's a good one.
It had the first like full on joke fake out with King DDD,
Yeah.
and that was really funny because a lot of people got really upset for a brief moment,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden they're like, nah, just kidding, he's in the game. And then the remix, they show off the remix of Gangplank Galleon,
Mm-hmm.
and the brass is going crazy.
And then it ends with the final smash.
Oh yeah, the final smash and blows up DK Island.
Yeah, first time we've seen DK Island since Donkey Kong 64. So
Yeah, it was...
I think maybe at the end of Legendary or so.
There's no way it goes after these two.
You think so?
No, I mean, it's way more shocking that they put King K. Rool in. I mean, King K. Rool hasn't appeared in a game in like 15 years.
Okay.
He shows up, they do the fake out, the
Mhm.
music is incredible, and then
Yeah.
the whole visual, everything about it was super cool. They did a good job of showing off his moves too, because they're like, oh, that one's from the game, that one's from the game, that one's from the game.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect little bunch of them.
Now Isabel's.
This was an interesting one.
It tried to pull the fake off thing, but it failed to do so. It was like immediately. It's like, oh, you knew this was Super
It's
Smash.
like, that's not Animal Crossing.
Yeah, like you just knew right
Something
away.
was just off enough.
Yeah, and so since it's literally just characters talking in Animal Crossing text, I would say it's one of the worst ones.
I was willing to put it in okay. I think it's...
Really?
Yeah, I think it's okay. I mean, I think it fooled people. It might not have fooled us, but I think it fooled other people. Also, like, it was enough where I'm like... The whole time I started, I'm like, is this... It leaves you guessing. You weren't like, oh, this is Smash. It's like, is this Smash? And you kind of like, you're like waiting on the edge of your seat. You're like, is this like... Hold on a second. Are you trying to trick me? And then they revealed, and it's like, oh. And then at first you're like, oh, she's an Echo Fighter. And then they show her moves, and she's not an Echo Fighter.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of it's fun because it's like it's a bunch of small surprises in a row.
Okay.
Okay, Ken.
Ken's an Echo Fighter.
It was really cool how Ken exploded Little Mac. He decimated his body into the giant TV screen. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean,
it wasn't.
It was very
super
quick.
exciting though.
It was very quick. He
was really fast.
He was on screen for just a few seconds.
I would put his part in okay, top of okay.
Really? Above all the other ones?
Where'd you put him?
I mean, I didn't think it was as good as like Mega Man.
I get that. Put it in like there.
Yeah. And Incineroar is basically part of the same.
And Incineroar's is at least a little better, I thought.
It's the same video.
It's the same video, but his reveal itself was cooler.
Right. Piranha Plant was a budget.
It was a budget, but it's set up perfectly. It is the perfect like punchline, like the lowest budget one.
Whenever it was playing, I was like, "What is this?"
Like, because the thing is too, it doesn't even feel like a reveal, and that's the thing is, though, I think where it being the lower budget works in its favor, is because you didn't realize a reveal is happening until after it happens. It's the perfect setup. All the characters are in like their like stunned animation, and Mario's walking around and he's mad.
He's ticked off.
Mario looks like he's about to kill someone, and he walks up to the Piranha Plant, and the music just stops. And the Piranha Plant just comes up out of the pot, and it just kind of hangs there.
Yeah.
And it's perfectly like timed out to give people the time to like their brain to try to process what's going on, and just like fail to do it at first.
Okay.
And then he pulls these sick little moves where he dodges around Mario and kills him. And then it says Piranha Plant, and everybody's like, "What?" I feel like it's like, I honestly feel like it could be the top of okay.
Really? Wow.
Because it's so unexpected, and it's perfectly paced in a weird way.
Yeah. I kind of have to disagree with that, but I'll let it slide.
I mean, where would you put it?
Honestly, I would put it maybe after Isabelle.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's as good as Mega Man or Palutena or Ken or Rosalina. Sonic even. Like, that doesn't fit there to me.
I'll move it down, I guess. But I actually really like it. I think it's super clever with what it is.
Mm-hmm. Now we got Joker out. This was announced at the Game Awards, and it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it was because we just knew that there was going to be DLC, but we didn't know anything about it. And then it's like, oh, it's okay, they're doing some kind of Persona thing. Like, no, they're doing some kind of Smash thing.
Yeah, it wasn't. You didn't know it was a Smash thing until the very end.
And everybody went nuts.
Which, of course, Persona 5 isn't on the Switch, so for that just came out of nowhere. Like, it just...
Yeah, it was also kind of, I guess for a lot of people, it's like, okay, Persona's also coming to Switch. So it's kind of like a twofer for some people.
Mm-hmm.
To,
yeah, I would put that in great.
It was
somewhere.
Definitely, it was like a surprise. For sure. Again, I knew nothing about Persona, but I'm like, this made a lot. This is a big deal,
yeah.
And I don't really know how big of a deal it is.
Yeah, I think right where you're hovering is good. Next we got The Hero. Now, The Hero does have a really cool video, but as a character, I don't care for.
Yeah, I don't really care about The Hero, but yeah, the video is really cool because it's like, it's based in the world of Light.
Yeah, the
story.
Adventure mode.
Yeah, so it's like all the bad people are fighting Link, and there's like an evil Meta Knight and stuff, and that's cool. And then he just kind of swoops in, and then he gets beat up, and gets thrown against a pillar really hard, and it looks like it really hurts. and then the other ones show up.
Yeah,
And Samus looks really, really mad.
I don't remember that part, but it's a good video. It's a good video. I just don't know where I would put it though. I think it would go like maybe at the end of Great.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I kind of want to put it right here after Snake.
Yeah, just because you could tell
it's
put
a
a lot
high
of
production
effort.
video.
They put a lot of effort into it.
It made me like, oh, Hero looks like he could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I don't care for the character at all, but like, that's pretty cool. That's what it felt like.
Next we have.
Oh. Just put it at the top. Just put it at the top.
Yes, this was just it was like you couldn't believe your eyes. Like it's like they actually did it. They got Banjo-Kazooie characters owned by Microsoft at this point into Smash. That's like a dream come true. And to see that and for it to be a play on the King K. Rool video.
It's perfectly played out. It is super exciting, and everybody loved the reveal.
Yeah, and
nobody could believe it.
The new remixed music, being in the style of Banjo-Kazooie, which we had not heard forever.
And then showing off all the moves. And you're like, I remember that move. I remember that move to show off Spiral Mountain. You see like 2D running around in the background. You see Mumbo, I think, for like a second.
It's a fantastic intro.
It's a really good. And then at the end, K. Rool does like the grunny falling off the tower, and then he like does a little pose with the puzzle pieces. That part was just like, wow, like it was like the perfect little end to the video.
Yep.
It's like I can't, like, really did it. I remember I was on break from my job during the summer, and I was like, I went out on break and I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was trying not to make any noise. I was really excited. And I was like,
yeah. It's a fantastic video. We got Terry. Now, Terry's was a lot different. Terry's didn't actually show any Smash gameplay. It was more of a homage to the Neo Geo overall. But I thought that was refreshing.
It was kind of like a nice different one, and it was kind of funny how they did like a, ooh, which character is it gonna be?
It was kind of bad timing that it kind of got leaked. Like, we knew an SNK character was coming, and it was probably gonna be one from one of their biggest franchises. Yeah. So
I want to say, just because it was all that was leaked that it was an SNK character and I wasn't for sure which it was, I was really hoping for a Metal Slug character. So I was just personally a little bit disappointed whenever it was Fatal Fury.
Well, it's King of Fighters.
Or King of... I thought it was... Whatever. King of Fighters.
So I like the video just because it's different from all the other ones.
Yeah.
So I think it goes in great. I would say like somewhere near Snake, someplace like around there. Yeah. Yeah. And then Byleth, the most current one as of this recording. Now, it's funny because you have not played Three Houses.
Yeah.
And so you didn't... I don't think you...
I was pretty disappointed. I woke up, saw that it was Byleth, and then I went back to bed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's... The intro video, I think, is... I thought they did a pretty decent job of intertwining the story of Three Houses with... obviously tying it into Smash, but also they use in-game footage from Three Houses as well, which I can't think of any other reveal where they use like footage from another game to, show a character. But
Wii Fit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Let me look at all the other ones. And take it.
Like a game that had just released, you know.
Okay.
So
All the DLC characters.
yeah. So the like I'm not saying it was a amazing reveal or anything, but overall it was better than most of these on here. I would say
it has a flaw though.
okay.
The flaw is every other reveal, it's like, even if you know nothing about the game, the reveal makes sense. This reveal, if you don't know anything about the game, it makes no sense at all. I had no idea what was happening the whole time. It seemed like it was randomly switching between two settings. They just kind of fly around out of nowhere.
Yeah, like I said, it ties into the story, but yeah,
it ties into the story, but
if you don't know the story,
most of the people don't know the story.
Yeah.
So I feel like that makes it flawed and brings it down.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, just finishing off the first DLC pack with a Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's obviously disappointed by that. It's a fun character to play as.
That being said, I think Byleth is the best Fire Emblem character that we got that's in the game.
Yeah.
But it felt really disappointing at the time. Because, I mean, you get like Banjo-Kazooie and Terry and Joker and the hero and like all these like most requested characters before, and then a Fire Emblem character. It felt like it was like a joke. Almost.
Feels like Intelligent Systems paid them.
Yeah.
To put in another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, it feels like it wasn't their choice to put Byleth in.
Mm-hmm. They're like, just put in a character that's from a game we just released.
Yeah.
So, but overall, if we're talking about the video, I would say it goes in okay somewhere, like maybe after the Incineroar one or something.
Right there.
Yeah.
Well, all right.
So that's all of the reveals as of now. Fighter Pass 2 has been announced, and we haven't seen anything from it yet, but I'm sure we'll have some interesting videos coming from that.
I'm sure those will be great and legendary.
I hope so.
But yeah, just remember, if you want to ever make a reveal trailer, be a Banjo-Kazooie, don't be Mewtwo.